All right, this is a 2012 Ford Taurus SHO. I kept having the AC would go out and it would pop the fuse here. This is for the clutches. This is the AC clutch fuse. It kept popping that fuse over and over again. Sometimes it would be okay, and then other times it would just pop immediately. So I deduced that it was the electromagnet behind the clutches. So behind the clutch, there's an electromagnet, and this is what pulls your clutch in when you hit your AC. And there's a bunch of windings in here. Evidently, they've shorted out over time. So I did it super easy, and I'm going to show you exactly how we did it. Underneath here, without opening the any of the AC lines, so I don't have to recharge it. It's actually blowing cold right now. So this is your AC right here. There are there's 3 bolts that hold this in. Obviously, you have to take the belt off, which is super easy. But there's a stud here that goes all the way through this into this. This is like a 5.5. This is a 13 mil. There's 2 13 mils on the top. So you take the 2 13 mils on the top out, and then you take the 13 mil nut off. There's a little bracket here, take that off. And then this is a 5.5. You can actually pull this stud out to about here, because you can't pull it all the way through, it gets to the frame. So you just snug that out here, then you can drop it down. And then all you got to do is get that underneath the frame. So you bring it down and then tilt it over so you can get access to the front of it. It'll be sitting about, right here. So once you get that down, then you can start pulling off the front, and I'll show you how this works. This is a little 8 mil. The replacement was 10. Take this 8 mil out. And then this is just the outside. This pulls off separate. This is super simple. Underneath this, inside here, there will be a little spacer. So that spacer actually goes in here, and it rides on that shaft that goes in here. So underneath that, then you got this. And in here, you start getting into snap rings. It's kind of a pain in the butt. There's a snap ring that sits right here. You take this snap ring out, and then you can take this off. Then you get into this. This is still on the AC. There's also a snap ring in here. This is the one that was super tough. I ended up using a screwdriver, getting it up, getting another screwdriver underneath it, and just ringing it around until I got it out. Once I got to this has a little screw on the top here, kind of sits like this. That's your plug. Obviously, you've already taken this part by now. If you've gotten this far, take this off, this comes out, and then you're left with your AC. If your AC is good, of course, you don't want to, discharge the system, have to go through the whole rigmarole of going to the AC place and, spending money. So if you're popping fuses, and it's probably this, and the way I tested it was I unplugged this, turned my AC on, it didn't pop the fuse. So this was my problem. And all I did was replace, I got the clutch kit. It was like 60 bucks on eBay. But came with the magnet. So did it in reverse. This went on, put my screw on. That goes in. This goes over top of it. And that goes on. And then you make sure that you get on that. That goes in. That guy's next. And then boom, done. It was super simple. Hook my line back, or my serpentine belt back up. All the connections back up. And it is blowing ice cold. I didn't have to recharge the system. It was a quick in the garage fix. I turn it on. Turn her on. Turn my AC on. AC's at 60. is blowing ice cold again. Of course, since it's blowing ice cold, I know that this fuse is good. This fuse actually is one of those light up ones, so I'd know it'd be glowing red if it was broke. But anyway, that's the whole process. Super simple, in the driveway, not a big deal. AC's up and running ice cold again. Didn't have to take it to the AC shop. Save myself some money, 60 bucks, all done.